I hunted down my little Pookie, and you can see as much as her as you want for free. There you go. I'm not gonna ransom you. No, I'm not. She's so unhappy with me, it's unreal. Hi everyone, it's Az here from HeelvsBabyface. Apologies, this video isn't going to be about games. It's not even going to be about geeky stuff. It's actually going to be about something that's close to my heart, which is animals. I adore animals. The little intro, the snippet that you saw, was part of an introduction that I ultimately didn't use for a video that I ultimately didn't make. But to give you some context, it was actually me being concerned over somebody with, let's just say, a rather low moral standard, revealing that they had now got a cat and it was going to change things for them going forward. So my concern was going to be that this animal could unfortunately find itself being monetized, shall we say. And my own cat, Belle, in that picture is the absolute apple of my eye. I adore her. I love her to pieces. And when I took possession of Belle, she was a very timid, shy, skittish cat, and she had fur on half of her body because she was so stressed out. And it broke my heart, and I wanted to make sure that this kitty cat felt as safe and secure as she possibly could be. And so I made sure she was always fed, always watered. I made sure that she could always feel safe and secure in my presence. I didn't unduly bother her. I let her be curious. I used to be up in the attic and I'd let her jump out the skylight and wander around the rooftops and all of that. And she loved that sort of thing. And over time, she trusted me more and more. And her stress levels reduced dramatically, and she stopped ripping out her fur, and now she's got this beautiful coat, and you'd never know that she did that. And that is one of the greatest gifts I've ever received in my life, is seeing how this timid, shy, untrustworthy creature now gave love, affection, and was so relaxed in my presence that she'd quite happily jump up on my desk while I'm eating, and if she liked what I was having, have a nibble herself. And the only way for me to stop her would be to move the food away. But animals are precious, and whereas cats are very independent creatures, dogs, they give unconditional love, and they rely massively on their masters. And unfortunately, this can be open for abuse. And what you're going to see in today's video is pretty heartbreaking. And if you think it might upset you, then it may not be the one that you want to watch. Because this YouTuber here, Brooke Houts, she's got 340,000 subscribers. And her YouTube channel revolves around her and her dog. She makes videos with it. And in her latest video that she released yesterday, she's doing a plastic wrap prank on my Doberman. We call it cling film here in the UK, where she's putting plastic wrap in the corridor and then trying to get a dog to run in and hopefully run into the plastic wrap. It'll be hilarious, people, trust me. And the dog just kind of like dips underneath it, so she tries different methods. The dog still keeps coming through. And yes, hilariousness ensued, am I right? So yeah, it was all great fun and games. If that's your bag, there you go. You know, she's got 340,000 subscribers. It's clearly up somebody's alleyway. Then we get this tweet that came out about 3 hours ago from Shoe on Head. Haha, hilarious prank, Brooke Houts. And this is actually some unedited footage that Brooke, unfortunately for her, uploaded and deleted once she'd realised her mistake. Again, I'll advise you, if you get upset by this sort of thing, then don't watch this.
What's up everyone, it's your girl Brooke here today. For this video, I wanted to prank my dog. She's over there. I put plastic wrap on the door. I'm gonna have him run out. We're just gonna see what he does. I don't know. It doesn't faze you? Well, as you can tell. Stop! We love you. We love you, or whatever. We love you. We love you.
Now, what went on in the reflection, we don't know. I can't comment. Before I proceed, I will say this. Please do not in any way, shape or form contact Brooke. Do not lash out. If you want to do something positive, make a donation to the RSPCA. Go to a pound, save a dog, save a cat. Make this a positive experience for you, not a negative one. If you want to discuss what you've seen here, talk to a friend, talk to a parent. Do it in an appropriate manner. But do not lash out at Brooke. I disavow anyone that contacts her and does so. Needless to say, this behaviour is utterly disgusting. And what is more concerning and worrying is this is footage we weren't meant to see on a video, a prank video, which looks all very light-hearted, etc., which I'm sure goes along the same theme as her other videos, and of course we don't know how she behaves in those. There's a saying in the film industry, never work with children or animals. Why? Because they're unpredictable, and more often than not you can't control them. Kids have got no filter. Animals, they'll do what they bloody well want. And it's taken me quite a few takes to do this video to be calm and relaxed, because I think this is how we have to tackle this situation. Now, Brooke herself, well, actually, before I carry on, Shoe on Head provides some further context. She apparently accidentally uploaded the unedited footage to her channel, and luckily someone caught it before she deleted it. The woman uses this dog for clicks and straight up beats it behind the scenes. So these are videos that you can see from her channel. They're just all her and a dog. Very honest video. So Brooke, of course, has released a statement as regards to this. To everyone who's been commenting on my social media as of recently, anything I say isn't going to make those who believe I'm a bad person stop believing that. And I'm aware of this. I apologise to anyone who's been affected negatively by the footage. First off, I want to address the uncut footage on the day in particular that the video was filmed, and actually this past week. Things in my outside life have been less than exceptional. I'm not going to play the victim card or anything of that sort, but she just did. The bubbly, happy-go-lucky Brooke that you often see in my videos is typically an accurate representation of me, but it's obvious that I'm playing up my mood in this video when I'm clearly actually frustrated. Very much so, and that is the concern. When you are responsible for the upkeep of an animal and it's shown to be mishandled behind the scenes, it's very disturbing to think how it is treated normally. However, because it's the dog's fault, I guess, when my 75-pound Doberman, because she's just a wee woman, is jumping up in my face with his mouth open, I do as a dog parent have to show him that this behaviour is unacceptable. You do that by placing your hand on the top of the head and pushing them down gently. Applying pressure gently until they're back on the floor. Or you back away when they try and jump up at you, or you take their paws and you release them from you and let them drop down. Smacking them across the face isn't a method I would personally choose. I also did not, in capital letters, spit on my dog, but I understand how it could look like that. I did get in his face and take unnecessary actions towards him. Yes, I did, and that was not the way I should have handled the situation. Did I spit on my dog? No. Sorry, folks, we're just going to have to go back to this footage. Let's see this again, and you make your own determination.
Stop!
To me, that's a clear spit. Stop! That looked like a clear spit. I don't believe you. And what is actually concerning is she doesn't actually admit to her actions. That being said, this does not justify me yelling at my dog the way I did. She only admits to yelling at the dog. She doesn't admit to striking it, and she denies spitting at it, which I think is very clear. So it makes me not believe anything that you say when the proof is right in front of us. Right in front of us. She then goes on to say some other stuff, and she has deactivated her Twitter account, which I do actually think is for the best. And then she says, I love you guys and want to thank you for pointing out things that you think are wrong and discussing them, because the world needs more of that. I hope you give me the chance to prove that these statements about myself do align with my actions. Well, if you can't clearly see that your actions were deplorable, then there's an even bigger problem. Now, I'm not YouTube. I don't know how YouTube are going to respond to this. I do think that it's very upsetting, to say the least, and I am concerned about how the dog is treated outside of these videos, particularly when somebody uses the pet to create content on their channel for this. And when you're driven purely by this and animals are involved, it's not a good situation at all. I think her actions are disgusting and deplorable. And in a way, I'm glad that she obviously put up the unedited footage, because action now can be taken. And people who do know her and do have an understanding of who she truly is, if they do feel that the dog is in any jeopardy whatsoever, then they can call the appropriate authorities, anonymously, non-anonymously, whichever they choose. But once more, I must reiterate, do not contact this person to attack them in any way, shape or form. Completely disavow that. As I've already said, make this positive. If you're angry about this, go out and save an animal. Save a dog, save a cat. Make a donation to your local animal charity. If it upsets you, talk to your parents, talk to somebody, a friend, a family member, whatever it may be. But use it for a positive thing. Don't get dragged down. And love your animals, because they love you to pieces. Love them back and treat them with care. Okay, I'll be back with some more stuff. You take care. Bye for now.